Hello, hello, check, check. Welcome to Mount Juliet High School. Sorry for any technical difficulties that may occur. Still a good day for high school football as your Golden Bears get ready to take on the Ravenwood Raptors. Not much has happened. 3rd and 4, as now we're going to have an incomplete pass against Ravenwood. Now it's 4th and 4 at the 26 as they're going to get ready to punt. 10:41. Still to go in the first, just beginning football action. We welcome all of you that join us as your Golden Bears look to get back to their winning ways, starting off 1-1 after a loss against Cane Ridge last week, 27-19. Meanwhile, Ravenwood had a 12-game winning streak that was snapped last week after losing to Brentwood 41-10. Both teams looking to have a positive record. Punt, more of a squib, as they're going to call it off and land at around the 38-yard line. Mount Juliet gets ready for its first offensive possession. Still getting some difficulties getting everything set up. Soon enough, we'll have everything on check. Of course, Chase Earls in the rushing offense. They've rushed for 426 yards, 5 touchdowns this season. So they're very effective on that end. Action's looking to be loud as Ravenwood brought their whole crew, even the band. 1st and 10 at the Golden Bears 38. A little formation switch. And we'll see the snap. Hand off up the middle. A couple of yards on the carry. Marcelo Walton with the carry. Of course, they've got a good running back committee with Walton, Rich, and Watkins, along with Chase Earls. Exciting team to see on offense as well as defense. 2nd and 6. Golden Bears 42, hands it off up the middle to Walton again. And scrambles for about a 4 or 5 yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 1. Ravenwood, not the exact same on the rushing attack. Only 38 carries for 68 yards. Of course, they excelled at passing game with McCain Morrow. Didn't play well last week, looking to rebound. 9:38 to go in the first. Screen pass as that'll get to the first down and midfield. That'll move the chains. Pass complete to number 34, Lawson Rich. First completion of the day. Now at the Ravenwood 48. Got to look out for the rushing attack for Mount Juliet as another handoff up the middle and being thrown down. Aiden Rains with the carry. The rushing attack led by that massive offensive line, led by DJ Delfindal, a recent MTSU commit. Ravenwood's offensive line, a bit more skinnier, still to be able to move. You got to watch out for that as the front seven looks to attack and expose the rushing game even further this season. Now we're going to see a carry, and that'll be a first down. We haven't seen much of Aiden Rains this season. A good rushing performance. He might help him up. Of course, I'm brought in here finally by Hayden Szymborski. Hayden, are you loud and clear?
Yes, sir, I am, and thank you for introducing me. Sorry for any technical difficulties that we might have experienced. Welcome to the Mount Juliet versus Ravenwood game. Wood, as mentioned, breaking that 12-game winning streak last.
Oh, and now we're seeing Aiden Rains being thrown on the ground. So that'll be about 2nd and no gain here. Of course, Aiden Ravenwood struggling last week. Brentwood beating them 41-10. McCain Marrow, 231 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions, though. You think he could rebound from that?
I do think that he can rebound from that. I think that Ravenwood really has to open up their passing game and their rushing game for a complete offense. 10 points just won't cut it against this Mount Juliet defense.
It won't, as it's 2nd and 10 on the Ravenwood 37. Hands off up the middle to Walton. That'll be about a 2 or 3 yard gain before being brought down. And I have to say it, all of the Ravenwood starters from last season. Of course, they're the defending 6A state champions. Played amazing last season, but all the seniors are gone now. So you have to think it's going to be really tough on this team who's young and inexperienced to carry this high school, to what it once was.
And this is the complete opposite scenario that we had from Cane Ridge last week. In the Cane Ridge game, we had 20 starters returning.
And yeah, it'll be their time to shine. So there's Mount Juliet. A lot of returning seniors here, as now it's going to be a run up the middle for Mason Earls. Allie loses it.
Fumble.
And it's recovered by Ravenwood.
Wow. Right out of his hands. Though it looked like a good, decent run.
It looked like a great run right up the middle.
Oh, flags all over the play, though. Flags all over
probably
the play.
After the
probably
play.
A fight. Wow, phenomenal play. It's just
bad ending.
Yep, bad.
And of course, the rushing has been great this season, and the offensive line has really helped with that. Gave him a clear cut down the middle. Mason Earls just lost it, and that's a huge break for Ravenwood.
And yeah, Mount Juliet's got to come out, and they've got to pass. I said it last week, and we lost. I said it this week. I'm saying it this week. Hopefully to win. Hopefully they've learned their lessons, use those big assets like Trey Pruitt and Aiden Rains down the field. Score is 0-0 with 7:23 remaining.
And of course, the rushing attack is it's there and it's used to perfection, but the offense is lacking some of the passing attack. I think you're right there. As now we're going to see Ravenwood and McCain Morrow coming out. Of course, with receivers John Rawl and Nathan Freeman, each having 3 touchdowns combined. And watch out for John Rawl, back-to-back 100-yard performances these past 2 games. So they're going to really look out for him as he's the top target for Merrill.
Hopefully won't be back-to-back, 2-back in this 3rd game.
Yeah, hopefully he gets shut down by the secondary.
Ravenwood's offense takes the field.
1st and 10, the Ravenwood 9. Hands it up the middle. Falls down at about the 12 or 13.
And something that we addressed early on with Ravenwood's offense is their passing game. With the passing game and the rushing game not balanced out, they lie solely on their passing game. What do you think the key going into this deep Mount Juliet defense is, Jonas?
Well, you have to think Mount Juliet knows about the passing for Ravenwood. And even though Ravenwood struggles in rushing, Mount Juliet is about 469 yards as the pass is complete.
Big
number
pass
9 on Ravenwood. John Rawl, there he was. Great target. They heavily rely on him. But yeah, the passing is going to be key. But make sure not to let the rushing get in there, as they've had a weakness at times. Jordan Bell from last week played really well. We've got to watch out for that, as well as the passing, which is mainly going to be the emphasis for Ravenwood.
Yeah, it's mainly the emphasis, and we just picked up about a 23-yard gain on that pass.
As the handoff up the middle, cuts to about the left, but won't get anything. The helmet's off for Ravenwood, so we'll sit out a play.
And the rule is to sit out a play. Yeah. We discussed that last week.
Yeah, last game we discussed either a drive or a play.
And just like college, it's a play. As Colt Jones and Jalen Jones check out of that defensive line, our defensive line has played phenomenally this season. Both sides of the ball, our lines have played well. Offensive line led by DJ Delfendahl. Defensive line led by people such as Aaron Wiest and Colt Jones have really racked up the sacks this season. As Ravenwood will take the snap, looking for the pass, and dropped.
Yeah, screen pass just a little high, as that was intended for number 10, Anthony Hall of Ravenwood.
That'll bring up 3rd down.
3rd down coming up. Looking at 3rd and about 10. Ravenwood taking a second, coming out of the offense. So far in this game, they've really attacked the passing offense. Not so much rushing so far. 3 deep with a tight end in the play. Ravenwood takes the snap a bit low. Mount Juliet with the huge sack. That was number 4. Michael Rutland. A huge 3rd down sack to bring out the 4th down. Jonas, you saw that big play, the big sack. by Michael Rutland behind the line to force this punt, almost nearly blocked on the punt.
Yeah, as now we're going to see it drop and go out of bounds at about the 40, about the 42 or 43. Yeah, great defensive start for Mount Juliet. As both times they've not allowed much. The rushing game hasn't been there, and they're being pressured. As you said, the big sack. Now looking forward to see what Mount Juliet can do, and hopefully not commit a turnover this drive.
Yes, and our defense has been playing to that high of a level all season. You've got to say Mount Juliet's defense. Who do you think are some of these stars on this young Mount Juliet defense?
Well, you got to look at some of the corners. Aiden Rains, Reeder, and of course the whole front seven. Experienced leadership. Colt Jones, Aaron Weist, Jalen Jones, Jacob Shanks, all there, helping the team out. As now we're going to see out of bounds.
And last season, we saw Tony Thompson as a sophomore step up and lead the team in 108 tackles. This year, he leads the team with 4 tackles, individual tackles, and he's playing very well. He's a junior. Again, the name is Tony Thompson, a very valuable asset to this Mount Juliet defense.
He is. 5:12 remaining in the first. No scores, 2nd and 10 at the Ravenwood 41. Although there is a personal foul against Mount Juliet. Push it back some. Of course, Mount Juliet being more disciplined than the Cane Ridge team that we saw last week, allowing double-digit penalties. Still could manage the win, but how important is discipline for a team?
Discipline, as we saw like last week with Cane Ridge, the numerous penalties, the offsides come to mind to begin with. I think that discipline on a team is purely on the coaching staff, and it's one of the most important factors of a game.
And now we see a 2nd down rush for about 5 or so, as the 2nd and 25 will now be about 3rd and long here with just about 5 minutes to go. No score still as we're on the Mount Juliet 48 or 49 now.
And the score again is 0-0, 5:03 remaining, 3rd down and 16.
3rd and 16 here. Approaching Ravenwood territory. Both teams looking to start off 2-1 for the season. As it's a fake handoff as Earls runs it up and gets down, as we will be well short of the first, about 4th and 13.
So Jonas, we've talked about it on our previous broadcasts. We're in a new operating system. To those who don't know, we're on a new software update. That was some of the technical difficulties. Something we talked about in the past is Mason Earl's run game. How big of a weapon do you think that that's going to be tonight and in future games this season?
He's a huge part of the run game, as the punt by Bailey will be returned at about the 1 as he's going to try to take it out and get brought down around the 15-yard line. But Mason Earls, he's a huge part of that run game. He takes a lot of the carries. Of course, the stats for his rushing, 165 yards on 22 carries, and 4 of them touchdowns. So he's a huge part of them scoring, and we saw that the first 2 weeks, especially at Gallatin.
Yeah, first 2 weeks, Mount Juliet's played really well. That win against Gallatin to start off the season, and then that near loss, 27-19 last week to Cane Ridge, a very hard-fought game through and through.
4:17 remaining in the first, still no score. Ravenwood looking to be the first to get on the board. Seeing Morrow take the helm. He had 422 yards in week 1.
So we asked the question at the beginning of our broadcast, as we see a short rush here. We asked the question, the Ravenwood Ravens. But it's the Ravenwood Raptors. So if you hear us say Ravenwood Ravens, you can understand. I mean, it's a little bit of a...
We're amateurs.
Yeah,
is what we're trying to say. Of course, the Cane Ridge Ravens played last week, so that might get us a bit confused.
Cane Ridge Ravens, and now we're playing the Ravenwood Cane Ridges. That was a terrible joke.
2nd and 10 at the Raven Cane 15, as we'll see
Looking for the pass.
Throw it over. Oh, just lost it on his hands. as a bit of butterfingers on that one. Now it's 3rd and 10. Great coverage, though.
3:33 remaining in the first quarter.
Great coverage by what seemed to be Keaton Mang on that one.
Excellent play out of our corners this game.
Something that really needed to step up from last game.
Yeah, last game there were some deep ball opportunities. I mean, I think the Cane Ridge quarterback finished with at least 200 yards passing, and just a phenomenal game put on by the Cane Ridge quarterback.
196 yards rushing last week. So you can see
Mount Juliet's defensive line has figured it out against the rush, and they apply pressure to quarterbacks as well. They're getting a lot of sacks. We have 6 on the season so far. 2 from Evan Angle, 2 from Aaron Wiest, 1 from Colt Jones, 1 from Jacob Parker, and 1 from Jacob Shanks.
And now after the flag, it'll move the chains. 1st and 10 at the Ravenwood 31. The pass caught by Ravenwood, as that'll be about 11 yards on the left side. That one, I believe, was Smelch.
Big play on those corners, attacking that right side.
Yeah, that'll be 10-yard gain. Another 1st and 10 for Ravenwood. Something that really affected the team, the Golden Bears defense, was they were on the field too much. And I think that's a big key for Mount Juliet, is to have, their offense stay on the field, at least for amount of time that Mount Juliet can get a break on defense, as a pump fake by Morrow as he rushes up the middle. Gets about a 3-yard gain, 2nd and 7 coming up.
And something that we haven't seen after this Mount Juliet defense was a consecutive offensive surge. They will blow up in one quarter with the rushing attack, and something we haven't seen is a balanced mix of passing and rushing, and we just haven't seen that out of Mount Juliet. Hopefully we can see that out of this week, get the receivers involved as much as possible.
2nd and 6, 2:40 remaining in the first quarter. Still no score. This is the Ravenwood 45 pass over and caught, although just short of the first. There's going to be about a 5-yard gain. I believe that pass was caught by Snelch. As we said it, don't have a balanced passing and rushing. Although from an interview in the Tennessean, DJ Delfendahl, one of the offensive, the key center for the offensive line, said that they like to keep it simple. They like to run it a lot. Like to have the basic formations. They like to, they have the rushers. They have the talent there. And they do a good job for the most part in that. And you have to give credit where credit's due. It gives defenses a really hard time trying to cover that.
And something we addressed was DJ Delfendahl, the leader of that offensive line. Fun fact, he just committed to MTSU. He is 6'3", and he is, how many pounds, Jonas?
Probably around 280, 250, something like that.
It's crazy.
College material.
Yeah, just
he's ready
to Middle Tennessee State University. Phenomenal school, phenomenal player, real good fit for that offensive line.
Timeout Ravenwood. Of course, if you want to help out the TV broadcast in any way, shape, or form, you can contact us. Go to mjhsbnn.com, click the contact button, and you'll be led directly to the school, where you can give sponsorships and make this a much better TV station, as of course we don't have the overlays or anything such as that. We're working on a new software program, as you said before, Hayden. But anyway, our type of sponsorship can help us and bring us a long way.
As Mount Juliet's offense comes back onto the field, or excuse me, Mount Juliet's defense. Yes, that we need their offense back on the field. Which something we didn't address was their the fact that Mount Juliet's offense isn't on the field very much during games. And as their defense steps back up for this 3rd and 6 play.
2:34 left in the first quarter. Morrow gets ready for the snap at the Ravenwood 45, as now we're going to see another pause in the action.
2:34 remaining in the first quarter, 0-0. Still 3rd and 6, looking for a big defensive stop for your Mount Juliet Golden Bears.
And as we said, new people, a new coach even for Ravenwood, as last season's success leading into the state championship has now left behind many players. Old coach and many of the seniors are now gone, as the younger blood of this organization have to hold the fort get experience maybe for next season. Who knows? Played a great game against Siegel, 23-19, week 1 victory for Ravenwood. 3rd and 6, and another delay of the action, as now we're seeing a flag on the field. And it'll be a false start against the offense. Now it'll be 3rd and 11. So a huge step for the Mount Juliet defense, not allowing much, if any. And another big 3rd down and long to go.
See, Mount Juliet just has a bad habit of getting to these 3rd down situations and then allowing the other team to convert. It's been like that throughout the season so far.
Hopefully this 3rd down conversion will end up unsuccessful for Ravenwood, as we're seeing finally a play go down. Throwing just over the head. We've seen that a lot from him.
Yeah.
Gets a little over the head, just out of reach for the receivers. It's 4th and 11. Probably looking to punt it. Another successful defensive stop for Mount Juliet. How are you liking this defense?
I'm really liking this defense, and I'm really liking the lack of errors from either offense, disregarding the fumble. That was a huge play that hasn't really calculated to much. 0-0, 2:28 remaining in the quarter. This team, both teams have been playing really well on defense. Phenomenal rush, getting the quarterback and stopping the rushing attack early on.
Yeah, the rushing attack for Ravenwood this whole season has been successful. Mount Juliet helping that cause, as now it's a little squib punt that's actually going pretty far down to the, I'm going to say 20.
They're going to let it go all the way down to the 21-yard.
Ravenwood just had a winning streak, as we said earlier, 12 games, losing to Brentwood by big, 41-10. That's a whole nother team, a whole nother region, and they're looking to compete. And, of course, that probably has to do with the youth in this team. Mount Juliet, though, can't be cautious. The rushing must be on target with Watkins, Rich, and Walton, as well as Mason Earls, as they have to get that going. Having a huge success, 426 yards, 5 touchdowns going for them. New set of for Mount Juliet. Personal foul against Ravenwood. Better field position for Mount Juliet, thankfully.
First down, Mount Juliet.
1st and 10 for your Golden Bears.
From the Bear 36-yard line.
And instead of the 21, it'll be at the Golden Bear 36. So better field position and a better chance to finally get some points on the board, whether that be from the offense or last week's nominated National Athlete of the Week, Jacob Bailey, who kicked a 56-yarder. So we have no idea how long his range could be.
Yeah, 56-yarder. Absolutely insane. Fifth in the state of Tennessee for longest field goal, and first longest in 10 years. Absolutely insane. And we talked to Jacob Bailey, and what did he have to say, Jonas?
Well, he had to say a lot about the kick that he had. Not a lot of colleges as of right now that have offered him scholarships. I know Oklahoma State has actually looked at him. So hopefully he goes there. It's a great college. And, of course, he's been training with one of the best. Coach James Wilhoit was a very successful kicker at UT Knoxville. Has just under 2 minutes to go. 2nd and 5 at the Golden Bear 41. The rush up the middle being stopped for about a yard or two. Marcelo Walton on the carry. Yeah, I'm sure Coach Wilhoit has done an amazing job with Jacob Bailey, and that's what's made him a top 30 kicker in the country.
A top 30 kicker in the country. Absolutely insane. As the clock winds down, 1:31 remaining in the first quarter. Still 0-0. And at 3rd and 5 coming up.
3rd down and 5 to go.
Mount Juliet trying to get down the field. What do you think we're going to see on this play?
Probably a good rush by Earls. So Earls takes it. And getting sacked down. Couldn't find a receiver. As a minute in the quarter approaches. I believe that's a 3 and out there for your Golden Bears, struggling to get anything going on the rushing game. And when it does happen, turnovers.
Yep, turnovers on the rushing game. Mount Juliet's offense floundering out here early.
But, of course, they have to rely on the defense yet again as the kick by Bailey. Beautiful punt. As that'll go all the way back to 10. Recovered by the 5. Oh, he might not have. He should have probably not got that.
Yeah,
As down
that
about
was
the
a
2.
crazy play. Mount Juliet's defense has some room to work. An entire field behind him at this point.
Wow, I would have just let that one go if I was a returner. Now inside the 2.
Yeah,
Crazy punt.
Ravenwood's offense has really got their backs to the wall here, Jonas. May be looking at the first Mount Juliet safety of the season.
You can't wait for that. The defense helping the offense out a lot.
I think we're going to see some blitz packages. What do you think, Jonas?
I'd have to agree. First and 10, 36 seconds remaining in the first quarter of action at the Ravenwood 2. As the rush up the middle, about a maybe not even 1 yard.
Well, that's that Mount Juliet front 7 putting in some work. What do you think, Jonas?
Great play. Great play by the front 7, not allowing much rushing to go on. Continuing that struggling Ravenwood rushing.
Yes, Ravenwood's rushing attack really struggling here early on. And right now they've got their backs to the wall. What do you think these Mount Juliet corners are thinking?
Well, they'll have time to think as it's the end of the first quarter.
Yep.
Nothing to nothing. Although Ravenwood now at the 1 yard line, 1 yard away from our first Mount Juliet safety, as it'll be 2nd and 11.
And remember, guys, if you are a local Mount Juliet business and you have any interest in sponsoring the local B&N club, please contact Alicia Nicholas at W News Channel 9. Please contact the school if you are interested in a sponsorship. 12 minutes remaining in the first half.
Of course, this short little break could help the defense out as they need everything they can get to perhaps push them beyond in the end zone to get a safety here. Crucial points needed for both teams. A little bit of stats for you if you just tuned in. McCain Morrow last week struggling with 6 turnovers by himself, 3 lost fumbles, 3 interceptions, only 1 touchdown in that loss. Of course, early in the game, I believe it was tied at 14 before a 23-hour thunderstorm broke loose. After that, it was all Brentwood.
Yep.
And so, good thing we're not facing them this year because Ravenwood clearly had their trouble. Of course, this would be the final home game of the little stretch we've had. After this, about a 3-game road trip for your Golden Bears.
As Ravenwood's offense takes the field, looking to not get a safe or not be subdued to a safety. Yes, to the victim of the safety.
And you know this front 7 can really bring the heat.
Yep, like players such as Colt Jones, Jacob Parker, Jacob Shanks, and Evan Angle on that front 7.
2nd and 11. And it's a fake, actually, a pass over there. Wow, I was faked on that one. I thought they were right up the middle, but instead, a nice pass to John Rawl. As that'll...
to the right side of the field. That'll give Ravenwood some breathing room.
And a 1st and 10. First play of the second quarter goes the Raptors' way. I'm seeing the student section from Ravenwood being the first opposing side that I actually see. It's filled pretty much no one.
Yep, with Gallatin as well.
The 18 alone.
Ooh, that was a little risky, Jonas. That was in like Juliet defenders.
And we're seeing not much last week with DJ Fridge. Pretty much just places where passes where the receivers just couldn't get to him. The quarterback throwing him a little too far up or to the right. 10.
Here.
Well, we haven't seen much of the run, and maybe the pass, if the quarterback can get some accuracy on these plays, maybe some couple
Yeah, that worked out well to give him some breathing room as we're looking at 2nd and 10, 11 in the half. Ravenwood's quarterback motions.
Looking for another big stop. balls for about a 1 yard carry. First half.
And we have an interception leader in Josiah White of that number 35, our deep safety, coming up big in the Cane Ridge game, getting that interception to put Mount Juliet's defense or offense up. But unfortunately, we did the same with under a minute to go and lost the game 27-19.
Close game. Still played hard.
Yep.
3rd and 8. Looking for a pass. Scrambling out.
Colt Jones looking for
Morrow. Not getting enough, I don't believe. Could be about 1 yard short. Birdsong forcing the QB out of bounds as it'll be 4th and inches. No, that'll be enough for a first down.
Yep. Mount Juliet's front four, excuse me. Not really looking to get to that quarterback. They've been searching all night. Haven't got it as we have 10:39 remaining in the second quarter.
Still no scores. It's 1st and 10 at the Ravenwood 29.
Wow, this is extremely rare for a high school game, Jonas, to not see any scores whatsoever, especially with a big leg like Jacob Bailey. These defenses are playing really well.
Yeah, great defense. Morrow scrambling out. And we're going to see a flag with Colt Jones getting the sack. Don't know who the flag is on, though.
There's that sack the defense has been looking for.
That'd be Colt Jones' 2nd, I believe.
Yep, of the season. Big play by that Mount Juliet defense as long as this flag goes their way.
Holding against the offense.
So Colt Jones' 2nd sack of the season. Big play.
Big man, too. He can get through.
Yep, that number 45 on the defense. Mount Juliet's defense looking for the play.
10:31. Scoreless. Here, Mount Juliet with 3 timeouts. Ravenwood with 2. As it'll be first and what seems to be about 20.
Mount Juliet's defense looking for another big play. 1st and 20 coming up. Takes the snap.
And a fake handoff. Morrow. A break brought down. That'll be about a 9 or 10 yard rush. Loving the play action from Ravenwood. That's getting through a lot of the defenders.
All right, back to the original line of scrimmage. Mount Juliet will take it. 2nd and 10 coming up. Mount Juliet looking for a big 3rd down. 2nd and 10 from the 29, 9:54 remaining in the quarter. Mount Juliet looking for the snap. Ravenwood takes it.
And off. It's going to be another rush by Morrow. Brought down 3rd and about 7 now after the rush.
Let's see if Ravenwood can pass the ball. If not, we're looking at another punt, Jonas. Back and forth.
Potentially. Not much going for either side. Of course, the defense playing well for both Ravenwood and Mount Juliet.
Mount Juliet's defense in an extremely unrare form, playing very well. This is something we've seen all season. Low-scoring games across the board.
It's really helped out the offense and what they've had to go through. 3rd and 8, Ravenwood 31. Huge play. Student section getting loud.
Ravenwood
takes the snap.
Looking for the pass.
Looking, and he's going to be brought down.
And that's
another sack.
That's a shared sack between Colt Jones and
what looks to be number 21, Evan Engel.
Evan Engel and Colt Jones. He's getting half a sack on that play. Colt Jones 2.5, Evan Engel 2.5 on the season.
Both great rushers.
Yes, very, as you saw there. Oh, except for we have defensive holding. Neither of those sacks will count, unfortunately.
Dang. Is that going to move the chains?
That'll move the chains as well. Looking at a 3rd and 2.
I know it won't. So another chance Or that might be on the offense.
Holding on the defense is what we heard. Might be that discipline we were talking about earlier. That'll be the second penalty on this Ravenwood offense on this drive. 3rd and 8 coming up. The play will just be repeated.
Yeah.
And the sacks will not count.
And now we're seeing another pause. Ref's getting in the way of my game here. Don't know much of what's happening. From first, we saw a defensive holding. Move the ball back. Now moving it up front. A lot of confusion going on. 8:51 to go in the half. Still scoreless.
And Mount Juliet looks as confused as we are out on that field. Just listening to these refs. The refs aren't doing a very good job communicating what the calls are.
Refs talking to both sides about what's happening. Wish I could hear. Second quarter of 4, 8:51. And finally, I believe we're getting ready. Yes, now we're seeing a resume of action. 3rd and 8. Ravenwood 30. Play action. Scrambling out. Morrow looking. Tipped ball. Great play and a flag. Could that have been pass interference?
I didn't see pass interference.
I didn't see much.
But if the refs call it, I guess it's got to be so. Not much argument there. I didn't see pass interference.
Although it was on the other side of the field, granted.
It was on the other side of the field. I saw Jordan Fryer, number 55, the linebacker, make a good play for the quarterback, chase him out of the pocket. Another big play by that front seven. Just our corners have got to learn to adjust, and that on that play, Keaton Mang stepping up, number 10.
And I believe that was pass interference. Will that move the chains now?
Well, Jonas, we talked earlier about this, about discipline, and so far this season, Mount Juliet has played with a lot of discipline, a lot of heart. But this game, the penalties are starting to get on their bad side.
It was pass interference against Mount Juliet. That'll bring a 1st and 10 at the 45.
Fans not too happy on that call, Jonas.
8:38 to go in this half. First and 10, new set of downs for Morrow and the Ravenwood offense. Looking for the man. And he got down with Evan Engel. A beautiful sack. He got that half sack back. Double it. No helping there. He got right through the offensive line. As I said, they're a bit skinny. And Evan Engel took abuse of that.
Evan Engel on the monster play. His 3rd of the season. Absolutely insane. Number 21, leading the team in sacks now. Phenomenal play, Jonas.
Oh, yeah. Amazing. And that really sets the tone for the defense.
Ravenwood,
2nd and 19.
resetting. Probably going to go for a rush on this play, see what field position they can get, and then go for the pass. That's the formula I've seen so far.
And now we're seeing a screen pass.
Playing it safe, seeing what kind of screen field position they can get. Now they're going to have to go for the deep passes. We're looking at about 3rd and 17.
Rutland on the tackle. 7:43. 3rd and long for this next play. Hopefully we won't see 2 minutes of stoppage of play on the refs.
Yeah, the audience doesn't have to listen to our voices as long if the plays continue. Something that I know as a fan I wouldn't want to do is listen to our voices. We'd like to thank you all for all the fans that tune into this broadcast.
We'd like to thank you for all of you who do like listening to us.
Yes, that can't stand us as Ravenwood quarterback drops back. There's
3rd
that
and 16. Cole Jones tries to get it. Finally brought down, though.
Big play on that Mount Juliet front seven.
The help of Aaron Weiss on that one.
But we would like to thank those viewers who do listen. We appreciate the fanhood. This is a new software as we're using YouTube, and we really appreciate the technical difficulties and you guys sticking with us.
Of course, we will get better as the season goes on. Make sure to catch us at basketball and even baseball as the year goes on for Mount Juliet Athletics. As now we're going to see a 4th and 19 punt with 7 minutes to go in the half.
That seems to be the story of this game, Jonas.
All punts. It's kick almost blocked.
Almost blocked.
It's another.
I think he got a
squib.
piece of that.
You might have, although that's in the form of his punts. And now it's going to be around the 35. New set of downs, a new chance for Mount Juliet to get some points on the board, even get enough distance for Jacob Bailey to get the kick. Anything to take the lead against the Raptors.
Well, I don't know, Jonas. I think the whole field is Jacob Bailey's range.
At least that's what we saw last week, 56 yards. Interviewed him and Coach Will Hoyt. If you didn't catch it on WBNN 9, you can catch that on YouTube as well. Interviewed him, the segment In the Round. We'll be doing that every week pre-game, so make sure to tune into that. Make sure to check out WBNN in general.
And I think tonight, the defensive star, because we got to look at defenses. Looking at defenses, I think the big star tonight so far has been Colt Jones.
I say Evan Angle.
Well, I mean, both have been all over the field making really good plays.
2 sacks is a huge part, and Colt Jones having a sack and a half sack that was missed as the rush of the middle. 2-yard carry, 2nd and 8 at the Mount Juliet 41, but I have to agree, Colt Jones is a huge part.
Yes, the entire Mount Juliet defense has played very well, top of the season.
Earls
looking for the pass.
trying to look around a way to run,
He'll keep it.
avoiding a ton of tacklers and eventually being mauled down. Gotta say, a poor choice of the carry.
We got poor choice of the carry, ill-advised, I would say. I think they were looking for the pass and no receivers could get open.
That's been the story of not only the game, but the season. Great shutdown corners from all 3 opponents.
Now, Jonas, is it shutdown corners, or do you think it's excellent play or poor-esque play of the offense?
Maybe a mix of both, or maybe just the tendency of their offense mainly to run. That might be it. Who knows? 5:33 in the half. No score. 3rd and 14.
There's the
Earls
pass.
looking for a pass. He's faking it and gets surrounded. Being brought down again. Couldn't find anyone.
And I think that Mount Juliet offensive line gave him plenty of time, Jonas. I mean, DJ
was-
Delfindal, Drew Tompkins, they're all looking. I
that
mean,
was about 5 seconds of a chance that
yeah, and we had receivers open down the field. Mason Earls just wouldn't make the decision.
I don't think he can throw the long ball.
We haven't seen him throw the long ball once this season. It's the 3rd game of the season, and he's been Jacob Bailey hits the punt.
Yeah, he's probably getting tired with that leg.
Yeah,
and they're going to pick that up at about a 32.
Yeah, both kickers are probably a little tired at this point. Not this much action, I'm sure, at the high school level. 4:56 remaining in the first half. Thank you for watching WBNN News Channel 9.
A new drive for the Ravenwood offense. Something's got to give, whether it be Mount Juliet or Ravenwood.
I don't know. I think Ravenwood might be the first to give, but it's hard to tell. Both have gone 3 and out on the first 5 drives.
Yeah, not much has gone their way. The defense has had them by the neck. .456 in the half. Morrow almost being brought down as he's scrambling out to the left side. Going to throw it. Almost picked off. It was.
It was picked off.
I thought he
Josiah
dropped
White
it. Josiah White.
for his 2nd interception of the season. Phenomenal play.
I thought he dropped that, but he didn't.
He didn't catch
Oh,
it.
he was out of bounds.
Oh, that was such a close play. We apologize for our over-enthusiasm. That was a big
Well, it was
play.
still great coverage.
Yeah, very good coverage by Josiah White. Still looking for that big play.
And that's been the main reason the passing game has not worked out for Ravenwood. Great secondary.
Yeah, great secondary and great front 7. Defense playing extremely well tonight.
Now it's time for the offense to match that level.
Yep.
But first, another stop for the defense as Morrow and the crew get ready to take on a 2nd and 10 at the Ravenwood 31. Snap, screen pass over to Rawl. And only about a 1 or 2 yard catch.
He was trying to make some space with the juke move, but you know the secret, Jonas, is to watch the hips. Do you know that?
John Rawl on the season having 12 receptions, 242 yards, 1 touchdown. I'm going to pretend like you never said the hip thing, but I'm saying you're right.
No, it wasn't a joke. Like, you watch the hips if the player's trying to juke or get around you. That's the area that doesn't move, is the hips.
You did play middle school football.
I was the backup safety for the middle school football team. That's right.
Future MVP as it's 3rd and 8. Dribbling way out.
Wow.
As he's going to be caught in a first down.
Mount Juliet looking for some big hits out here. The refs. Wow.
That was a big hit.
Yeah, there were some big hits on that play.
Of course, Morrow scrambling about 5 or 10 yards outside of the pocket looking for a man. Walton.
These teams look very, very similar. Defenses both playing well, and offensive drives yet to be desired.
And of course, Ravenwood with the offense, Ravenwood with the passing offense, Mount Juliet with the rushing offense. Both have gotten off to a sluggish start. Although you'd kind of expect this. Both teams who mainly rely on the defense, battling it out, you could expect this kind of result.
But the only difference is their schemes on offense. Mount Juliet relying on the run with Mason Earls and Lawson Rich, Marcella Walton, and Ravenwood on the pass with big players like Dwall and
Freeman.
And Freeman as well, yes.
No gain, 2nd and 10. 3:33 in this half.
Let's see what this Mount Juliet defense can do. They've impressed so far tonight.
And hopefully going into the locker room, still possessing that shutout that they already have, and maybe Mount Juliet getting a score. Morrow handing it off. He's going to be tripped and brought down for only about a yard.
Pickup of about 1 or 0.
And they had to think, the Mount Juliet defense had to think that this would be the main scheme of things, mostly passing, every now and then a little pitch run.
Well, I don't know, Jonas. This that's so far met the quote, but I think this Ravenwood offense is going to come out of the locker room gunslinging, and I think Mount Juliet's defense has got to know that going in.
Yeah, definitely. Of course, as we said before, only 68 yards rushing, more passing, and the quarterback getting a lot more accurate. So watch out for that, as the secondary might face a much tougher test going out into the second half.
As Mount Juliet hands the ball, Ravenwood throws the ball
tipped up and comes to no avail as the pass was intended for Rawl.
But Josiah White on the coverage again. Very good defensive back. Came in up huge in that Cane Ridge game. Got the interception to put the offense in a very good position. Just couldn't capitalize, throwing an interception with under a minute to go.
And your player of the game for Gallatin. He's been great all season.
Oh, player of the game. Yeah, my player of the game. I thought you were setting up a statistic. No, my player of the game, yes, Josiah White. He's been amazing so far on the season with coverage, having that interception in the last game. Almost had the interception this game, would have given him 2, but still very good coverage as we're looking at another punt.
4th and 9. Punting it. And that'll be at the inside the 10. So a good punt by Ravenwood. 2:19.
All right,
to go in this half.
Let's see if
still scoreless.
Yeah, let's see if Mount Juliet can work this 2-minute drill. So far, nothing out of this Mount. For watching WBNN Channel 9 News, I'm Jonas. Yeah, this is Jonas Sage, and we're gonna take a short break.
Short break over. Had to just take a breather there. 2:19 to go in the half.
Make sure to tune in at the halftime break for the 5-minute segment as Mount Juliet's offense looking to make a big play here.
Just under 2 minutes to go in the half. Still scoreless, still awaiting the first points. Could go into the locker room for teams without a point. We haven't seen much of that. 2nd and 8 at the Golden Bear 10. As you said before, the 2-minute drill. And a carry by Earls. And he's just going to get bombarded by a ton of Raptors.
I don't
He
know.
is a ragdoll out there.
Yeah, I don't know, Jonas. I think he was still going on that one. He was still trying to make a big play. I don't know. Mason Earl's just getting tossed around the field tonight. I don't know. It's hard.
It might be the offensive line. I don't know. It's great, but they might struggle against this front seven.
Yeah, but they're not. They're applying pressure well.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The Ravenwood defense is applying pressure well, but it's outside of the pocket when Mason Earls gets there.
Yeah.
It's not, if we would stay inside and either run up the middle or pass, I think this game would be totally different on the offensive side for Mount Juliet.
Just under a minute. Earls trying to find a man, scrambling out again.
Will he keep it?
This time, throwing it out of bounds.
See, that's the play. I think I might have kept it if I'm Mason Earls. I had a wide open lane. He just decided to throw it over the receiver's head. Poor decision making so far as the punt team will come back out on the team.
And now Ravenwood will get one last chance. Offense trying its best, but nothing working, as they'll probably go into the half, or to the end of the half, with the defense having a lot of answers, but the offense having many questions, as Bailey will go for a counted fourth punt.
Yeah, fourth punt of the game for both sides. The only big play was Ravenwood's forced turnover to Mason Earls as they rushed him. We saw it early. We're still seeing it in the second quarter. Hopefully we won't see the same trend of Ravenwood's defense being all over Mason Earls coming out of the half. He's just got to make better decisions, Jonas.
He does, and, when times he has to keep it or times he has to, throw a little short pass. But, of course, Ravenwood doing a great job on defense. By the way, good punt by Jacob Bailey from the end zone all the way to midfield. That was about a 55-yard punt. Something it's not uncommon for us.
For Jacob Bailey, not us.
Well, it's not uncommon for us to see that from him.
Yeah, very good player with that 56-yard field goal last week. Very good play by Jacob Bailey out of the last 3 weeks.
Pass is complete as he's brought down for about a 6 or 7 yard gain. 26 seconds to go as now I believe it's going to be a timeout.
Now, folks, when that halftime clock runs out, Jonas and I are going to take a quick break. If you tune in 10 minutes before the start of the second half, we will be having an analysis of the game, and we will review thus far. Just have a talk show. You'll finally get to see Jonas and I's face. He will be uglier than you could imagine, and I will be, of course, a little more attractive than you can imagine.
Wow. That's pretty hard. 24 seconds to go in the half. Hayden, I'm going to have to ask your beautiful face a question. What questions do you ask the offense going in to talk to as the coach? What do you do for the team? What do you do? I'm trying to say it. How do you talk to the offense? What do you say?
As a coach, what do you ask the offense? I understand the question. As a coach, the way to address this offense is you want to get that offense really moving. I think these runs, Mason Earls is getting bombarded at the line of scrimmage. When he goes outside, that's where the trouble's starting to get. I think you need to keep it in the pocket. I think you need to go for some passes. And I really, really think that rushes up the middle is Ravenwood defense. And back to you, Ugly. I'm just messing around, folks. Jonas and I have been friends for years. We just got a little back and forth as the clock's going to run out, or not run out, excuse me. Ravenwood looking for the offense. 19 seconds remaining. 3rd and 4 in the first half. So, Jonas, what do you think?
You meant ugly. 19 seconds to go. 3rd and 4. Ravenwood having a last chance to get something on the board. Throwing it. That's a caught. That's a catch. First down.
All right, Jonas and I are falling apart and coming to the second half.
Thank you for all the 17 people that dare listen to us. 14 seconds to go in the half. 18 now.
Ravenwood, 14 seconds trying to put up a score, maybe a field goal minimum to have the lead going into the locker room. 1st and 10, Ravenwood from their own 38. Ravenwood looking for the pass.
Seen a flag, though.
And we'll just go out of bounds. 8 seconds with a flag on the play.
You probably won't see the kicking unit out here. Maybe just a last second Hail Mary throw.
Yeah.
In the end zone, probably.
Well, you think they're going to go for it, or you think they're just going to knee it if they have 3-second situation? I mean,
They might. I say go for it.
I say go for it. You're trying to put up some points, going into the locker room, have something to talk about to your offense that they did well. So far, their defense is the highlight of the execution. Ravenwood gets sent back on their old disobedience. Mount Juliet looking for a big play. And folks, with that banter between Jonas and I, we're no worries. We're very close. We're very good friends.
Oh, he's getting bombarded down there.
Big
as that'll end the half on a very positive note.
Colt Jones, Evan Engel, and this defensive line all over the place.
And that'll be the end of the half. Still scoreless. Both defenses having something to applaud. The offense better start moving if you want this game to get somewhere. Of course, as we said, at the 10-minute mark, we will be back for the half-game report. 20 minutes of a break before the start of the third quarter. I'm Jonas, and that's Hayden. And we'll see you halftime.
Thank you for watching News Channel 9.
Back to you, ugly.
Portion of their 2016 competitive show entitled Center. An original composition written for the band by Shane Gwaltney and Matt Harbaugh.
I only said that because I know like half those people are my relatives. They can finally watch it out of town. Yeah. And you've met most of them, so. But I know there are people that I know that are like.
Hey guys. Hey. Jonas.
I was just going to go to the restroom, but I was in the free off, so I'll wait back. To call it. Oh, no. He's in for the cashier.
Well, sometime this month, somebody took 100 out of it and put it somewhere else and then put it back. And because for one day it didn't have 5,000, they still took $15. So I was like, well, then I want to close that account and have another account that doesn't do that. So right now, all the money that was in there is in my business account. I got to write the tax check out of it. So what are you going to do? I'm going to give you the deposit slip from the business account. After you take your card. Yeah, there's a bank account. You're going to pay for that. So you just go back to the business account so that I can pay the taxes.
The Ravenwood High School Band is a consistent finalist at Music for All Bands of America Regionals, class champions, and finalists at the Contest of Champions. In 2013 and 2016, the Wind Ensemble performed as a featured ensemble at the Music for All National Concert Festival. The Ravenwood High School Band offers participation in band to students with special needs through the United Sound program. Welcome to halftime this evening at Mount Juliet High School. Mount Juliet High School and the Mount Juliet Band of Gold would like to present for your halftime enjoyment, The Ninth Planet.
Okay.
Ma'am? Yes, yes. But she has to sit.
Hey guys, so we will be
Way to go, Eagle!
The band of gold is under the direction of Mr. Tony Cox, Sherry Grossman, Weston DeMumbrian, and Jason Palmer. The band president is Sidney Brashear, vice president Rebecca Muncher, treasurer Christian Cherry, and secretary Ashley Hunter. The band of gold is off to a great start to their season, and we look forward to a busy competition season starting on September 10th at Watertown High School for the Purple Tiger Invitational. Come out and support the band of gold. Zaxby's is a proud sponsor of the Mount Juliet Golden Bears. From feeding the team to giving back to the community, Zaxby's has been happily serving Mount Juliet for 5 years. Come on by and enjoy our delicious chicken fingers, wings, and salads. Zaxby's says, go Golden Bears. The West Wilson Basketball Association is preparing for the upcoming 2016-17 basketball season. All kids between the ages of 6 and 18 who are zoned for the West Wilson area and are not participating in another organized league are eligible. One live sign-up will be held in the lobby of West Wilson Middle School on Saturday, September 10th, from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m.
And welcome to this halftime analysis. We apologize for the technical difficulties and the idiocy that you were exposed to between Jonas and I.
Amazing, my beautiful face.
Amazing performance from the Mount Juliet Band of Gold with the Planet 9 song and Peace. Very exceptional. The band puts in a lot of effort. Let's talk about this football game, Jonas.
It's been great so far. First half of strong defense. Not much offense to go through, but from what you've seen from the front seven, especially Evan Engel and Colt Jones and the secondary, they played really well in preventing Marrow from the Ravenwood quarterback from getting any chance going on. What have you seen from the Ravenwood side that's caught your eye?
Well, from the Ravenwood side, I've seen also exceptional defense. I think their defensive backs has been playing phenomenal, making Mason Earls question his decisions. And when he gets out of that pocket, he has a lot to look at. And mostly Ravenwood defenders have been playing really well. I think their defensive backs have been phenomenal.
Them limiting the rushing game is very important. Ravenwood not getting much to start off with 69 yards on 38 carries this season. The passing game is really vital for Ravenwood, so hopefully Mount Juliet can contain that for another half. And Mason Earls and the offense for the Golden Bears have got to do something to get points on the board. Jacob Bailey can't do everything. We saw that last week.
Yeah, he can't do everything, but he did hit that 56-yarder, hoping to see another big play. Mount Juliet or Ravenwood have got to score out of this break. 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining for the second half. Mount Juliet playing well. So who do you think your superstars are so far, Jonas?
I'm looking at Evan Engel. He's phenomenal. He's gotten to the quarterback with ease, having 2 sacks. And the Ravenwood offensive line, a bit skinnier than ours. Ours is a huge line, one of the best in the state. And, him getting through that offensive line, as well as Colt Jones, he's done very well. Josiah White, great coverage downfield, having an almost interception. Those players, in my opinion, have put the defense in a great position to where they are now, where they haven't allowed any points.
Yes, a very good position that they have been placed into. Mount Juliet's offense has just got to take some of this momentum from the defense. I think that in the locker room they addressed, like we said before, I think they might have talked about the passing game, how to address that and get the game started. I think that Mount Juliet has some space to work. Mason Earls playing well. He's just got that fumble, and he's been brought down a few times, but his rushing attack, as we've learned, has been prominent in the second half.
Yeah, getting brought down like crazy, getting blitzed. Everything you can imagine happening to Mason Earls has happened, and the rushing game does have to get going. The committee of Walt, Earls, Watkins, and Lawson Rich, if I hadn't already said his name, they all get the carries and they all do a great job in each of their own parts. You know, Lawson Rich can power through. Marcelo Walton can, juke and jive everywhere. And, that's going to be very important for Mount Juliet in the second half to get through the Ravenwood front seven and finally get into the end zone for the first points for Mount Juliet, as, of course, nothing going on in the first half, all defense.
And Mount Juliet, all defense. Ravenwood, all defenses. We're going to get started back to the second half. I'm Hayden Szymborski. This is Jonas Sage. Thank you for watching News Channel 9 on BNN on YouTube. Excuse me, News Channel 9 BNN on YouTube. I appreciate that. And thank you very much.
We'll get to the second half of action.
All right, folks, as Hayden and Jonas come back into the second half analysis, we'd like to appreciate your fandom as we kick off with Ravenwood kicking to Mount Juliet. Hope you enjoyed our halftime performance of the band and Jonas and I.
Hayden might have been right. Uglier than you can ever imagine. As we get ready for the second half of high school football. Ravenwood will get the ball. Excuse me, Mount Juliet will get the ball. Of course, looking for that offense to strike in the second half, and it starts with its first possession with Mason Earls and company getting back on the field, looking to move the chains.
And yeah, move the change. And I'd like to address the YouTube video for a second. If you guys, since we're going through some software updates, could give this video a like and also subscribe to this channel for future sporting events and seeing the daily news. We'd appreciate it. This channel can use all the help it can get.
Of course, any sponsorships that you might want to send our way, please do contact the school, as we've got a rush up the middle, a few yards there on the carry. Any sponsorships, go to the MJHS BNN website, go to contact us, and it'll take you directly to the school where you can sign up with any sponsorship that you'd like.
And we do promise that we're more charismatic and charming than that video might have led on to believe. 2nd and 5 coming up for Mount Juliet, 11:27 in the third quarter as they hand up off the middle.
The middle, and that won't be a first down. A couple of yards short of it.
There's a shoe out on the play. I've seen helmets, but I haven't seen shoes yet this season. Or I guess it's cleats, not shoes.
We're already off to a phenomenal start in the second half, commentating-wise. Only a minute gone by in the third. We're already facing a 3rd and 3. Our Golden Bears going to need something to get that first down. 3rd and 1, excuse me, at the Golden Bear 34. Still no score.
Another rush
up the middle, and that'll get through.
Wow. Mason Earls.
Oh, is that a fumble?
Oh, my heavens.
Wow.
Ref saying no good on that one.
And we do have a Ravenwood injury. Someone's hurt.
Wow, a lot just happened in a little amount of time. Refs debating what happened on that call. Trying to calm down a very confused Trey Perry, head coach for the Mount Juliet Golden Bears, as all the players will take a knee.
Wow, I didn't see the injury that he sustained. Saw Mason Earls go for the first down, but lose the ball.
Yeah.
And what may be a fumble recovery, that would be a second fumble lost.
Second fumble lost. Wow, that is not good stats on the night, especially with this offense struggling as it is.
Of course, McCain Morrow having the same difficulties last week, enforcing 3 fumbles, and I think it'll be Ravenwood's ball.
Wow, huge change of events. This is the closest Ravenwood has been to their own end zone this game. Something we haven't talked about yet is Mount Juliet's coaching staff. Jonas, what do you think? Some of these big coaches. We addressed Coach Wilhoit, not James Wilhoit. Jacob Bailey is the kicker. We addressed Coach Wilhoit on the special team as a special teams coach, the kick coach from University of Tennessee. But let's talk about Trey Perry as the head coach. What do you think?
Yeah, the younger of the Perrys finally taking the reign as head coach, and he's done a great job rebuilding the team. A 16-18 record heading into this season. That might not seem as great stats, but it's a team that needed to be rebuilt from the ground up, and I think he's done a great job. And of course, the new strength and conditioning room that they've built.
Yep, $1 million facility.
As the run up the middle.
Cuts
We'll
to
go
the
for a first
outside.
and more.
Wow,
As,
big rush.
that'll be about a 13 or 14-yard carry to move the chains quickly as they're approaching the red zone. This Mount Juliet defense cannot catch a break.
Yeah, Ravenwood looking hot out of the locker room.
Something that Mount Juliet does not want to happen. That's the last thing they needed. Momentum for Ravenwood.
And we addressed Trey Perry having to build this team from the ground up. And as a head coach of a high school team, how much different is that than a coach in the NFL? I mean, it's the same as college where you have to frequently rebuild your team, seniors going and other players going as well, as we will pick up a large screen pass.
Yeah, well, obviously, when that's high school, you're developing the player. It's not where in NFL you've seen the player and you're scouting them and all that. In high school, you're developing the player to who they are. So I think you're a very important role model in what the player becomes. When you see a lot of the NFL stars, they usually think they're high school coaches because they made them the person that they are and the athlete that they've become. So he's a very important coach, and he's a huge role model to these athletes. That's its 2nd and 8 at the Mount Juliet 24. A pass caught by John Rawl. That was a great completion, as now they're inside the 5.
Well, Mount Juliet's defender on that play really gave him a fighting chance. Got the tackle, not as big a coverage.
And 30 in the third quarter, still scoreless, but could it be for long as Ravenwood 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. Great catch by John Rawl, looking to get his 2nd touchdown reception. 1st and goal. 9:20 and counting.
First score.
Low snap.
Low snap. He'll just keep
Marrow
it.
tries to go up the middle. Gets stuffed down.
I don't think the Mount Juliet defense will have any of that.
No, that front 7 will not have any simple rushing. So it'll be 2nd and goal for about no gain. Mount Juliet having a huge set of downs here, trying not to allow the Ravenwood offense to put any points on the board, as Mount Juliet's struggling to put any points on theirs.
Mount Juliet's defense really backed up against the wall. First time we've seen this in the game. Let's see what they can do. I mean, they've been tested all night, and so far the test has been an A, but I think this might be a different story.
Oh, getting tackled down. Great play.
And they must have heard me.
rush.
They must have heard me. There's no other explanation. They were like, hey, Hayden, we hear you loud and clear. We're going to prove you wrong. We're just going to make you the worst commentator that you can possibly be, and we're going to get this huge sack. Way to go, Golden Bears.
Maybe they did it for the play. Who knows?
Yeah, I think it might have been for the
Connor
play.
Rutland with the sack. Great play. Marrow going out. 3rd and 11. Is an interception. Oh, incomplete. Went out of bounds again. 2nd time that's happened.
second play that has happened. Big interception missed by this Mount Juliet secondary. Still playing well. I mean, we said it earlier, very good coverage on the play, regardless if it's an interception or not. You'd want it to be an interception. But,
well, yeah. Instead, the field goal unit's out, trying to get the first 3 points of either side. Get the scoring action going as it's at the 11-yard line. Huge play from the special teams unit. Could really help out this Mount Juliet offense. And now they're going to stop the clock, see what's going on here.
we do appreciate you guys watching this video, and this is the first time we've used this software on YouTube. This is a trend we hope to keep out through the season. You can listen to Jonas and I on the rest of the football season. We won't be doing away games, so we'll do the rest of the home games and the playoffs. So looking for a good Mount Juliet season, looking to get this game out in 2-1, and you'll hear Jonas and I's beautiful voice, or should I say my beautiful voice, Jonas's adequate voice at best.
Maybe a little above average. My mother says I have a good voice, so I tend to believe her at times. 7:46 in the third quarter. Still no score. Ravenwood looking to change that with the field goal. Getting ready for the kick as we have to see Mount Juliet really play aggressive on this snap.
Looking for the first points of the game. Ravenwood's kicker. It is
Kick
up.
is up.
And
And
it's
good. So 3-0 now for Ravenwood.
42 left to play in the third quarter. Your Terry Glenn scoreboard is Mount Juliet 0, Ravenwood 3.
And that'll be the first points of the game, 0-3. Ravenwood is up with 7:42 remaining in the third quarter, excuse me.
We'll get back to you once MJ gets the kickoff.
And we're back as Mount Juliet will receive the kickoff, looking to match Ravenwood's recent surge of points, the first surge of points in the game, 3-0, 7:42 remaining in the third quarter.
Points is, as of right now, all Ravenwood's needed to take the lead.
Yeah, and this is the lowest scoring high school football game that I've seen.
Kickoff recovered. Mount Juliet looking for some room as he's brought down around the 30.
Wow. Some Mount Juliet tension going out on the field.
Of course, the defense trying their best to limit any points. Oh, and there's going to be a flag, and it's going to be against Mount Juliet.
There's the tension we were seeing.
Mount Juliet offense has got to help the defense out. Some shape, way, or form.
One might say way, shape, or form, Jonas, but we'll just leave it to whatever.
I'm original. I like to keep my own
whatever
own quotes.
dog language you were speaking.
Back to you.
Well, we apologize, folks. This is the first time that we've dealt with this software again, and we're still experiencing some of the technical difficulties. You'll just have to rely on Jonas and I's voice for a good second or two.
Yeah, YouTube and Google can be a little bit tricky to handle after you've been on some other software. We will get onto that for next game.
Right now, you guys are seeing the BNN9 logo. That is our school station, and that is where Jonas and I owe the biggest thanks to, as we would not have the opportunities that we do today to announce the football game, and we're going to kind of go to a radio format, looks like. You guys didn't need to see the game anyway.
We'll give you play-by-play details on what's going on. 1st and 15 at the Mount Juliet 8.
And thank goodness you guys can see the game again as we get ready to snap the ball.
And if they throw a run up the middle, it won't amount to much.
See,
maybe a yard.
On that play, Jonas, it didn't have to be a fake, because if he would have thrown the ball like we need to be doing, the receiver would have been open for just a one-on-one coverage play and could have maybe broken a tackle or two.
Well, the running game is its most effective. Unfortunately, it's not looking like that's so much the case tonight. Ravenwood taking their number against Marcelo Walton, Lawson Rich, Mason Earls and company. 6:46 to go in the third quarter. Ravenwood still up 3-0. You got to see something from the offense. You got to put points on the board. Defense cannot be the only one making big plays.
And if the situation comes down to it, I fully trust Jacob Bailey to make a field goal to either send this into overtime or tie the ball. It's 6:46 remaining in the third quarter. 2nd and 15 for your Mount Juliet Golden Bears.
Offsetting penalties. We'll replay the down.
Oh, we will
the down.
replay the down, says Jonas and Hayden at the same time.
Still awaiting the next snap. We've had a lot of stoppage of plays like this.
Yep, a lot of listening to Jonas and I's banter, be it good or bad. Probably on the bad side tonight. I apologize.
Mostly due to good friendship. Strong friendship.
Such good friends, elegant and passionate for each
So
other.
ugly, what do you think of the game?
So ugly, what do you think of the game? Seems to be the inside joke. If you didn't hear it earlier, you're hearing it now. I called Jonas ugly earlier, and it seemed to get a good kick out of him as the Mount Juliet offense will reset.
2nd and 15, Golden Bear 8. Finally, action resumes. 6:42 remaining. Emergency handoff. Good for about 5 yards.
It's really, really
3rd and 8.
frustrating. It's really frustrating to go through all of this stoppage of play just for Mount Juliet to come out with a rush up the middle. I mean, it seems to be their game plan tonight. And when I say frustrating, I mean more from a commentating standpoint or a fan standpoint. It's hard to watch your players get down there on the field and just rush. And this Ravenwood defense isn't given any ground. And you want to see some change in play, try something new to get hopefully some points on the board.
Mount Juliet on the carry. Going towards the left. Walton getting ripped apart. Oh, my. He was brought down crazy.
Yeah.
That's got to be a flag.
Yeah, he had his face mask in there. And there's no foul on that play. No penalty at all. No flag on the
Really?
field.
Oh, the student section does not like that one, and I don't either.
Yeah, I don't think any of the Mount Juliet fans are really liking that one.
You disrespect my Golden Bears, we got a problem. I'll tell you that right now.
I can't guarantee your safety if my Golden Bears will be threatened. That's right.
5:47 and counting down after that controversial tackle. 4th and 11, Jacob Bailey with the punt.
And the punt goes up. Mount Juliet will get the recover. Very good special teams play from Jacob Bailey again tonight, as Jordan Fryer is a little slow to get up on the play. Number 55, Jordan Fryer, has played very well on defense tonight as one of our main linebackers in that front seven.
Hopefully he's okay.
Yeah, hopefully he's okay. He's staying in the game. Oh, just kidding. He's checking out. He seems a little injured. We'll check in another linebacker. Hopefully he's okay. A big asset to tonight's game. Had some big rushing plays, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. 5:29 remaining in the third quarter. And in the second half, there is approximately 15 minutes left in the game.
15 minutes, 29 seconds.
Approximately. Well, with all this stoppage of play, it seems like it might be 2 hours later.
1st and 10 for the Ravens. Gonna pass for about 5 yards. Ravens have done their thing, pass it. Occasional rush or two. And for the most part, it's been unsuccessful thanks to the Mount Juliet defense. Field goal gave them the lead 3-0. Your Golden Bears looking for something. 2nd and 6.
And we appreciate your viewership as we welcome you to give a like to the video. Really helps our program out. News channel BNN News Channel 9.
Too.
Leave a comment. Yeah, sure. And Ravenwood goes for a rush. It'll get some yards, about 5 on the carry. There's a big Ravenwood rush that led to a field goal.
That'll move the chains for our 1st and 10.
Brought down by David White.
There's people up there, you know.
Ravenwood getting a new set of downs. 4:20 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Might be enough for a first down for Ravenwood.
Marrow looking, rushing up the middle, and being blocked by his own man who was down.
Cole Jones on the big play again. He's been all over the field tonight.
Yes, really reliable in that defense.
So as Jonas and I were saying earlier, we love that you guys love our back and forth. We are friends. We do get along very well, as you can see. But I hope that these Mount Juliet Golden Bear jokes haven't been too unbearable. Emphasis on the bear and unbearable.
Do you want me to say something, or what are you looking for? Leave in the comment how awful that joke was.
Yeah, no dislikes, please, guys.
That'll be a handoff to the right. 3rd down and about 4. Rutland, the tackle in this 3rd quarter.
Mount Juliet versus Ravenwood varsity football. Welcome. And if you're just joining in, we've had a hard-fought game between Mount Juliet and Ravenwood's defense. We appreciate your viewership, and we will assess the game going forward. 3:24 left in the 3rd quarter, excuse me. As we see a big throw, a screen, and Mount Juliet wraps him up.
Though.
Yeah, right before the 1st down.
And that probably won't be enough for a 1st down. It'll be about 4th and 1. It is. What?
That was a 1st down? I don't know about that one.
This is not the right answer.
This is not the right answer. And I think there's been some weird, controversial calls coming.
Yeah, if you saw the ref, he was inside Ravenwood territory. And the 1st and 10 is outside in Golden Bear territory.
Yeah.
Very confused as to how
Second
they...
call that's gone towards Ravenwood. A little strange.
Ravenwood throwing it. Catch by John Wall. It just slips out of his hands. Two side.
It's totally special. Yeah, I mean, the whole defense has been playing really well.
3rd and 11. Ravenwood 49. We'll see what happens here. crucial third down for the defense. Put the offense back on the field. Quarterback looking. Screen pass.
Josiah White on the tackle.
Who knows? It might be a first down. I'm saying it's 4th and short.
We apologize for any technical difficulties again. As I've said before, the software we are using is new. We have never worked off YouTube. So far, it's been a very big success, and we are happy with the production that we've been doing tonight, I think.
You got to see our faces.
Yeah, you did get to see our faces.
Some more than others.
Unfortunately, depending on how you look at it, that could be a plus for me. I mean, seeing me, that's a little pretentious, of course, but Jonas...
We're not talking about us. We're talking about the athletes here.
Oh, of course, the athletes, yes. The who?
4th and 4.
Wildcat play.
It's a fake, and it's a first down and more. Goodness.
Wow, big play on that Ravenwood right side of the field as their student section erupts, looking for another play to get this momentum on Ravenwood's side. Mount Juliet looking a little lost out there.
Well, I saw Coach Jones out there not happy. Someone might have been offside. Someone might have done something.
Yeah, Cole Jones still out there on the field, not happy at all. I mean, he's a big leader of this defense, so when he's not happy, the defense isn't happy, and then it just starts a whole chain reaction. You got to get over some plays.
Hopefully the defense can recover from that surprise as they're approaching the red zone. 1st and 10 from the Golden Bear 22, a minute 47 in the third quarter. Ravenwood looking to add to their lead. Screen pass caught. As it'll be a first down again.
Wow.
Broken a tackle. Great play by the receiver.
Very good play by the receiver.
Defense getting tired. That's what happened last game. First and 10, the Ravenwood 11. Still only 3-0. Push up the middle. Nothing much on that one as it'll be 2nd and goal. Mid-20 and counting towards the end of the third quarter. Ravenwood looking for a huge offense. Mount Juliet looking to get a big stop here. Up the middle, getting brought down. It'll be 3rd and goal. Under a minute to play.
All right, Jonas. So what do you think this fourth quarter is going to look like, man?
It might be what we saw from last game. Mount Juliet, close. They've got to get some big plays going. Maybe a fake punt. Who knows what that's what Ravenwood did in this drive. Anything you can do to get those points in. Perhaps Jacob Bailey out there to tie it up.
So I stepped away for a second. Did we figure out why Cole Jones was so mad on that defense?
No, it must have been one of the receivers.
Yeah.
One of the
maybe he got shoved wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, it's phenomenal to think that down there on the field, there's conversations going on that we can't even comprehend. I mean, it's amazing, the sport of football.
The last play of the third quarter, Morrow looking for a man. He's going to rush as there's a flag, but he goes in the end zone. That'd be a touchdown, but we'll have to see what the flag's about.
This could be on the Ravenwood side, negating that touchdown.
Ravenwood band playing. Don't know if that's on them, though. Holding on the offense.
Whoa, that's a big play. Mount Juliet.
The end of the third quarter.
Wow. All right, Mount Juliet, you've been given the get out of jail free card. Let's see what you can do with it.
And we got one more quarter to play with before we find another victor. 3-0. The Ravens only have a sure lead against your Golden Bears. We'll see how the fourth quarter plays.
And I guess that the teams don't get a break between quarters?
Or maybe it's the last play.
Oh, okay. I think Ravenwood gets another play.
Yeah.
We're going to take a quick break after this play between the quarters.
Great game so far. Defense all throughout.
Mount Juliet's defense gets ready for the snap. I think they might be looking at a deep pass situation, even though they do get the ball back. 3rd and 21. It drops back. Quarterback looking for the pass.
Sacked down to end the 3rd quarter.
Oh,
A
Colt
friendly
Jones.
reminder, the defense is not having it.
Did you guys catch Colt Jones getting in the quarterback's face? I like that.
And that is a great way to end the 3rd quarter, as we're going to take a quick break before we start the 4th quarter and final quarter of action. Listening to WBNN Channel 9 TV. Thanks for watching.
Juliet 0, Ravenwood 3. Corner Pub, a full-service, family-friendly neighborhood restaurant located right around the corner. We have friendly service, high-quality, and fresh food, and laid-back atmosphere. The dining room stays open till midnight on home game nights. The neighborhood meets in the corner. So come on into the Corner Pub and join us for a good time. Go Bears! Make sure you stop by the Bear Barn tonight to check out all the new swag. You can get to support your Golden Bears this season. All proceeds go to supporting the football program. The Raptors line up the field goal attempt. Robot the kick, point to Holmes. Kick is up. And it's good.
All right, we apologize for any technical difficulties. We couldn't get our sound system to work. Mount Juliet Ravenwood hit the field goal, and that'll put Raven up 6-0 with 11:53 remaining in the 4th quarter.
Still a touchdown could bring this Golden Bear team in the lead.
Intrigue Athletics is your home for recreational and competitive gymnastics, tumbling, and comprehensive cheer instruction from Middle Tennessee.
11:53, still a whole quarter to play. You never know what's going to happen. These Golden Bears are up for the challenge. Their defense is giving it their all this game, only allowing 6 points. The offense still yet to get anything on the board.
Go Bears.
Kickoff underway.
At least 4 times now. We apologize for the new software with this YouTube. We are we're trying some new things, and the audio, we couldn't get it to work on that last drive. But thankfully, you got to see the field goal underway, putting this game 6-0. Ravenwood in the lead, 11:53 remaining. Mount Juliet's offense has got to get something going here, Jonas.
Absolutely. Running game not as strong as it's been this season. And hopefully that'll change with this last quarter. Kickoff up. And that'll be out of bounds for a touchback.
Roebuck's kick goes deep for a touchback. Bring the ball out to the 20-yard line. Be 1st and 10 Bears.
So it'll bring a new set of downs for your Golden Bears. 1st and 10 at the Mount Juliet 20.
All right, let's see what Mount Juliet's defense or offense can do. Offensive line led by Drew Tompkins, DJ Delfindall coming onto the field. Let's see what they can do. Trey Pruitt and Aiden Rains have like
by Dreyer after a gain of 6.
Second and 5.
7-4.
The Golden Bear 39. A rush. Not much going there, though, as it will probably be another 3rd down and 2. Golden Bears got to convert one.
as we apologize again for any technical difficulties that you might be experiencing. Jonas and I's voices for a few seconds.
Up the middle. I think he gets through. He does.
Wow,
That's
another
enough for first down. Marcelo Walton.
Wilson
that
Bank
one.
and Trust. First down. And again, if there are any sponsors who want to support the News Channel 9 program, we would greatly appreciate it. Of the 19 viewers, we hope that you guys would like to we would like to pitch in for supplies, and it'll go towards our new software updates. Greatly appreciated.
The rush there, not a lot as they get stopped about a yard or two. Been the story of the game, as that's why not much has happened scoring-wise. Only 6-0. A couple of Ravenwood field goals have been more than enough to sustain the lead as the defense has held their ground. Of course, some of the keys that we were looking at for Mount Juliet was the rushing game has to be a critical reason of their success, and that has not been the case. None of their offenses necessarily clicked with 9:45 to go in the game. Of course, the secondary defense have done all they could, yet they're still down 6-0.
Mount Juliet's offense takes the snap. Fakes the
Fake it.
handoff.
Earls.
Mason Earls has got some room to work, but he'll get tackled with a pickup of about 4.
Decent gain for about 4 yards. It'll be about 3rd and 3.
Brought down by Stouffer.
6-0. Ravenwood is up with 9 minutes remaining in the game. 3rd and 4 coming up for your Mount Juliet Golden Bears.
Huge 3rd down coming up.
Hand
it off. And that'll be a first down.
All right. Well, I was going to scold them for doing the run again like they have the entire game, but I think that was a good play call.
Marcelo Walton can get the job done.
Yeah.
And we've seen that all game.
Averages 6.2 yards on the season. .2 yards per carry on the season.
I was about to say he must have doubled that, at least.
Excuse me. 6.2 yards per carry on the season. A very good
8:40
showing.
to go in the game. Walton with another carry.
Well, I guess I'll just prove us wrong on that one.
You win some, you lose some on one of those. That time, front 7 got to him. 2nd and 10. 8:17 to go in the game. A crucial drive for the Golden Bears offense. Of course, don't want to start out the season 1-2 when you go on the road trip.
Yeah, going on this, we've had a blessed schedule so far with the home games, as we'll do a fake handoff. Mason
Earls with
Earls
the pass. Caught by number 13.
Wow. 43 on the
43,
reception.
excuse me. Saw a 3 at the end. Jacob Shanks.
Wow.
Plays defense and offense. That'll be a Wilson Bank Trust first and 10. Golden Bears.
First pass completion of the game from Mount Juliet.
Well, we saw a screen pass.
Oh, screen passes, of course. But first, first big play for the Mount Juliet passing offense. Excuse me.
First and 10 approaching the red zone. Our Golden Bears get a touchdown, and they can take the lead. And now there's going to be a flag. Going to be false start.
False start against the Bears.
Now it'll be first and 15 after the false start. 7:30.
Comment below what player you think from this broadcast should get the Mount Juliet Golden Bear MVP for the game.
Rush up the middle. Only about a 1 or 2 yard game for Walton.
As Mount Juliet will repeat the first down, or excuse me, won't repeat the first down. 2nd and 13 after that false start. Man, Jonas and I are just falling apart in the last moments of this game.
This game is too intense for us.
Yeah.
Just under 7 minutes to go in this game. Only down 6-0. A score could change that.
6:50 remaining in the game.
Fake handoff. Earls looking for a man. Lobs it. And overthrown. Oh, he had the man beat. He just had to have some good accuracy there. Just overthrew it.
Not
now it's
something
13.
We've seen the lack of accuracy from Mason Earls this season.
The whole offense has been torn apart by the defense. As now it's a very crucial 3rd down. And hey, maybe not get the first down, but Jacob Bailey could get a kick. And that could only bring it to
we are in the Jacob Bailey territory, as I like to call it, as I just came up with
Might as well
just
just
now.
paint that whole side of the field in Jacob Bailey's face.
Yep.
That's all his. Handoff, and that must have been some miscommunication there because he had no idea where he was going. Marcelo
And
Walton.
just like that, we have entered the not Jacob Bailey range. But is there such a thing, Jonas?
Are they going to risk it?
Ooh, I don't know. 4th and 17? What do you do?
I think they're punting it.
Oh, they don't want to go for it with the Jacob Bailey. What kind of field goal would we be looking at here? A 63-yarder?
Plenty of, let's see, we're going to say about 60-something yards.
Yeah.
60.
Wow, that would be the Mount Juliet record, the state of Tennessee record,
The NFL record.
and the NFL record.
And
No, I don't think that'll happen
no,
either.
I don't. 6:16 remaining in the game. Something's got to happen, though, for this Mount Juliet offense. Defense can't do it all.
But how
Maybe
crazy
another
is that
punt.
to think about, Jonas? 56 yards, phenomenal. Obviously, last week by Jacob Bailey, and then 63 yards. I mean, there's obviously a lot of difference.
The punt is high, and it'll go the way of the Bears.
There's obviously a lot of difference, as I
25?
was saying, but like that, I think that the NFL record is 62.
63.
63, excuse me. And this high school student, Jacob Bailey, kicked a 56-yard field goal. Very, very impressive.
If someone can put in the comments who owns the 63-yard field goal record, we'll give you nothing.
A smile and a shout out. As the Mount Juliet defense will try and stop with 6:05 remaining, 1st and 10 for the Ravenwood Raptors.
Raptors coming out in the trips formation. Hands it off. Almost broke through the line.
Now,
Thankfully, he stopped him. That's about a 4-yard carry.
Mount Juliet has been running a 4-2-5 defense this entire year, with the 5 defensive backs, and I think it's played well for him with that front 7 of the defensive linemen and linebackers playing exceptionally well in these first 3 weeks. As you've seen tonight, several sacks. I think Mount Juliet has 4 sacks on the game. All the defensive players.
Especially Evan Angle and Colt Jones. They've led the way.
And Josiah White.
And Josiah White. And 6.
Mount Juliet looking at
go in the game.
A dime formation.
We're going to see the handoff to the right as he's going to be brought down for only a couple of yards.
Ontario Rice runs the right side. He's brought down.
That'll bring up 3rd and 2. Approaching the 5-minute mark. 6-0. Raptors still beating your Golden Bears. Hopefully that'll change as the offense can get something clicking towards the final few minutes. Third and 3.
So nobody can name
33.
Nobody can name the 63-yard NFL record holder of kicking. Not Jacob Bailey.
And the handoff is for a long rush. The 30 just passed a man. The 20, the 15 dropped down at the 12. If any momentum was to go to Mount Juliet, that just obliterated it. Wow.
Yep. And
What
the
a
tackle
rush.
goes to number 41, Chris Humphreys. A very good tackle to prevent the touchdown, giving Mount Juliet at least a chance.
If another touchdown or the field goal could pull this game away from them.
Yeah, a touchdown would definitely put a big anchor on Mount Juliet.
Be 1st and 10 Raptors from the Bears 13-yard line.
And that rush was very, very good.
Now a new set of downs on the red zone. 13-yard line in Golden Bear territory. 4:13 left in the game. Ravenwood looking to increase the lead. Oh, lost the snap. Picked up, though. And getting stuffed
And
at
who
the
else
line of scrimmage.
but Jake Parker on the tackle.
Who else?
Good defensive line.
Fantastic defense. All game. They've played amazing. The offense has struggled to help the defense out, and that's why you're not seeing much of a scoring game here. All defense from both sides of the ball.
3:55 remaining in the game. 6-0. Mount Juliet really looking to put some points on the board on defense, trying to prevent some points on the board. Mount Juliet has got to go.
Force a little timeout for Mount Juliet.
Man, I
Coach
do love
talking
me.
to the players.
I do love me some Mount Juliet Golden Bear football, Jonas.
This game has been great. You've seen a lot of great plays, big hits throughout the game. A lot of tension going on between the not only teams but student sections.
Yeah, big tension between the student sections, and that's something you love to see. Mount Juliet's band playing phenomenal. I'm sorry you saw that at halftime, besides our hideous faces. And Mount Juliet's band puts in a lot of work. All the areas, our coaching staff, our band, our production, all of it is very good, and it's a very good Mount Juliet organization.
Great school, great place to be, great atmosphere, especially for football games.
Yep.
Now we're seeing 2nd and 10 at the Ravenwood Mount Juliet 13-yard line. Just under 4 minutes to go. Hand off to the right side. So the 10, the 5, the end zone
And
touchdown.
that's a touchdown.
That's going to make it 12-0, awaiting the extra point. And that's going to blow a huge chance for a Mount Juliet comeback.
Wow. 3:48, Mount Juliet, do or die time.
Absolutely. You have to get the touchdown. And if you want to make it a 2-point conversion, I say go for the 2-point conversion. Get the touchdown. I say once you get the touchdown, go for the 2-point conversion. And then a Jacob Bailey field goal could tie it, or another touchdown could win it.
Yep. And well, either way, you're down by 2 scores here, Jonas.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
As the extra point is up, and it's good. No good.
No good.
Wow.
They must have heard my 12-point deficit scenarios.
Read here for the Jonas 12-point deficit scenarios.
As it is now 12-0, we'll take a little break before we see the kickoff return for Mount Juliet. You're listening to WBNN Channel 9 TV.
I'm Hayden.
I'm Jonas. Thanks for watching. We'll be back.
Welcome back to this installment of WBNN News Channel 9. I'm Hayden, and this is Jonas. 3:48 remaining as Ravenwood kicks it off. Mount Juliet looking for a spark on offense.
And the return of the middle. Breaking through a couple tackles, starting out about the 40-yard line, so that's good field position.
Yeah, good return. I thought that might break away. 1 or 2 tackles later, and he might have gone.
3:41 in the game.
Ball fielded by Rich.
And while you're on the Mount Juliet MJHS WBNN Channel 9 profile page, check out some of our previous newses. After this broadcast, of course. You don't want to miss
Of course, you can always replay it.
Yeah, and this broadcast will also be available to the public right after the air. So if you miss the game or you want to show a relative
Some
the
of my
game,
face, you can check back on it.
yeah, that'll be forever engraved. Mount Juliet hands it off out to the left side.
Second and about 6.
He picks up 3 down the left.
Crucial drive. Don't tune away just yet. We've still got a game. It's still 12-0. Mount Juliet could score and get right back in this one. The snap.
I think, Jonas, this is the drive that will
Make or break.
Yep.
Fake handoff up the middle. Oh, yeah, you read that perfectly.
Yeah, very, very good play by number 6 for Ravenwood.
Yeah, and that's not going to help whatsoever. Mason Earls has been the ragdoll for this Ravenwood team to toy with. And that'll be a first down. And that'll move the change.
Oh, well, folks, we apologize for the technical difficulties. Our camera needs to rewind. Jonas is going to describe the game in detail for a little bit.
You do that, Hayden. What a trooper. As this Mount Juliet team's trying to troop their way to a victory. We apologize for the technical difficulties that are going on. Second and 4 at around the Ravenwood 42. Big play coming down. Earls looking, throwing, just wide. That was intended for numbers 18, Trey Pruitt.
Intended for Pruitt.
Of course, now you're seeing a blue screen. That is not the football game, unfortunately.
Stoker with the coverage on the play. They'll bring up 3rd and 3 for the Bears.
As we're trying to give you every detail we can. 2:19, 12-0 Ravenwood. 3rd and 3 at the Ravenwood 41. Trying to get points on the board. Maybe a comeback. Hopefully so. Huge 3rd down. Fake handoff up the middle. That'll be a first down, I believe. The forward progress just got enough. As you can see, we're still trying to fix the camera. I don't know. You might have seen the end of the game. You can always hear it. 1st and 10, new set of downs. Will be enough.
For a Wilson Bank and Trust first down.
Of course, please make sure if you have any sponsorships you want to come to our way, Please do that. As you can clearly see, we can use everything we can get. Screen pass over to number 34, Lawson Rich in the middle. That's a 1st and 10. Great run there by Lawson Rich. Beautiful screen as it's just hitting under 2 minutes to go in the game. Mount Juliet and Ravenwood both 1-1. As I've got my dear friend Hayden back. Hayden, what's the update?
Well, folks, it looks like for this last minute and 53 seconds, you might have to be listening to us. We got to rewind the camera on that blue screen you're seeing.
Screen.
Yep. We apologize.
No go out of bounds for a couple of yards.
Please don't tune out. We have 1:42 remaining. Jonas and I are going to have to flip to our radio skills. Mount Juliet looking for the next play. 0 to 12.
Do you want to... Okay. You will now get to see our faces, as now our only option is to put the integrated webcam on the laptop, so you'll get to see us, not the game.
Yes, I guess we could turn it around.
Yeah, you want to turn it around? Let's go.
We'll turn it around. That's good.
Let's do it. What a game you get to see, folks. Welcome to WBNN Channel 9 News.
I think we might just leave it at our faces. This is a little bit worse.
Let me check. Comment whether that was at least somewhat sufficient over the last minute 42, 2nd and 9 after the timeout by Ravenwood.
And we do apologize for the error. Our camera gave up halfway through the final corner. There is 1:42
The
remaining.
most crucial part, really.
Yeah, of course.
Looking for a man, scrambles out of the pocket, throws. Pass caught by Pruitt. That'll be a couple of yards, maybe a yard or two short of the first.
And it looks like our camera might be back on, folks, as we'll try and get this game to you. 1:34. Mount Juliet gets a first down.
That'll actually get a new set of downs going on. So 1st and 10. Earls looking, trying to find a man, evading a tackle.
And
almost a one.
Our camera is back on, folks. We are apologizing for the technical difficulties. We are so sorry. 1:19 remaining in the game. All right, things should be back to normal. As Mount Juliet's trying to score here, 0 to 12. First points of the game for Mount Juliet coming as late as humanly possible.
You might have to onside kick it.
Yeah.
After the score.
What's the call?
You have to onside kick.
Yeah.
Earl's looking, still looking.
Just looking for
trying to find a man. Offensive line trying to give him all the time in the world. Pass. Oh, couldn't catch it.
Mason Earl's looking for his first passing touchdown of the season. So far, he's had 3 rushing and... 4 rushing, excuse me. 2 in each game. 0 to 12, 1:08 left in the game. Jonas, what are your thoughts? You think that they can come back?
I sure hope so. I would have to go for the 2-point conversion. I mean, you would have to assume that once you get the touchdown, you go for that, and hopefully things go as planned.
And folks, we really do apologize for our technical difficulties. That is
screen caught. Oh, first down, I'm thinking.
Mount Juliet looking for the first down. But we do apologize for those technical difficulties. We are dealing with a new system, and things have been a little rough on the technical side. Hopefully, Jonas and I have been charismatic enough to make this somewhat entertaining. Back to you, Ugly.
Under a minute to go. No time for jokes. We've got a serious game. 4th and 10 now at the, or excuse me, not 4th and 10, but about 4th and 3 or 4 to go. And the winner of the trivia question of the longest field goal is no one, because no one bothered to respond.
Yes, no one voted. Again, the question is, who holds the record for the NFL longest field goal of 63 yards? I'll give you a hint. It's a Denver Bronco against the Tennessee Titans. 2 seasons ago.
Think back, as we've got under a minute to go in the game, 12-0. What will happen, as this could potentially be the last down for the Golden Bears this game, 4th and 4 on the 9-yard line.
And when I said make or break, I think this is a make or break moment, Jonas. No question.
Absolutely.
Reminder, only players and coaches are allowed on the field after the game.
Thank you, Susie. Still not answering the trivia question.
We do appreciate the support,
We
Susan.
do. We really do. Still waiting for the ref to call the game.
Mount Juliet looking at a huge play here. Gets the snap.
Anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would say go for the 2-point conversion. In my head, I was thinking,
Well, I mean, why? Why?
although, I thought it was a 3-point game. That's what I was thinking.
I mean, you need a touchdown either way to win this
Yeah.
game.
Either way.
Mount Juliet's going to have to go for this onside kick.
Camera off for a bit. We apologize if that's happening all throughout the day. And now what you saw a quick tape end. We rewound it, thankfully.
We really do appreciate the support from the community and anybody listening. It's a huge honor to speak to you guys, but be a part of this Bear Pride organization.
Anytime we get to speak for the people at home, you know, about any sport event that they can't get to or they just want to enjoy, I really appreciate being a part of that, and me and Hayden are very thankful for that. As now we're getting ready for a huge potential onside kick. Make or break time.
Well, Mount Juliet, I'm going to step away for a second, and I'm going to try and adjust another technical issue. I'll let Jonas take over.
Off to work. Best of luck. He's off to knock. And the onside. And it did not go 10 yards. And that could be it. 53 seconds. 12-7, your Golden Bears. Down by 5. Things looking bleak. First and 10 at the Mount Juliet 47. Ravenwood basically maybe taking a knee. Thinking that'll be the case here as Mount Juliet's only got one timeout. If the result holds, Mount Juliet will fall to 1-2 with back-to-back losses against Cane Ridge and Ravenwood. As Ravenwood will gain back their winning streak that they previously lost against Brentwood.
Timeout, Mount Juliet.
Our next game, I believe, is against Franklin County on the road. We will unfortunately not be broadcasting that. And we're going to have a pause of action here. Oh, they're coming back. How's it going?
Well, folks, we apologize for the shoddy camera ups and downs, and we are hoping to describe the remainder of this game. It looks like Ravenwood's going to kneel the rest of this out, hopefully. Mount Juliet's going to try and get the timeouts and get the ball back as soon as possible.
They don't have any.
No timeouts.
No.
Of course. Of course they don't.
Things are looking very bleak. As I said, Mount Juliet would fall to 1-2. Franklin County will be their next game. If you didn't see that last season, they beat them we beat Franklin County by 40 or 50 points. So could be a good chance to get back on the win column. Jason Elam. I believe that was 62 yards.
Oh, good guess.
It was a Denver Bronco, though. That was a good guy. I do love me some Jason Elam.
Yep.
Flag on the play.
Flag on the play. Might be on Mount Juliet.
Thank you for at least responding. So far, you win.
Yeah,
I'll give you the
win. 47 seconds left, and if Mount Juliet can't pull it out, pull this win out, they will be looking at a 1-2 deficit. Next week, we'll go on the road to Franklin County, as Jonas said.
Hold up. I'm sorry, 64 yards is the record, not 63. 63 was Jason Elam.
Well,
Sebastian Janikowski and David Akers. 64 is another Denver Bronco kicker.
Huh. Who knew?
I knew.
Jacob Bailey's name will be up there one day.
47 seconds to go. Still time to answer. We'll give you nothing.
Wait, Jonas, didn't you say the answer over there?
No.
Oh. Okay.
I haven't said the name.
Oh, okay.
Those were all 63 yarders.
Oh.
Record 64. Yeah.
Oh, okay. How on topic are we? Yeah. .47 seconds remaining in the game. 7-12. Ravenwood's ball, looking to shut this game out. Hopefully not to give Mount Juliet the ball. Third and oh my goodness. Third.
It's been
10.
a long night.
Yeah, it has been a long night. A lot of Jonas and I talking. A very uneventful game.
Personal foul against Mount Juliet.
Personal foul on Mount Juliet. That'll be a first down for Ravenwood. The penalty will be offset. And we really appreciate the loyal fans that have stuck with us through the entire broadcast. It's been a little bit rough going. You've probably seen a lot of Jonas and I, or heard a lot of
You've
Jonas.
seen my face zoomed in on the Google camera. You've seen the blue screen. You've seen tape end on it.
Yep, tape
But if
end.
you've stuck through this from start to finish, you're the real winner, and you're the real MVP in my book.
Yeah, give yourselves a pat on the back as well.
We are
Third and 16, Ravenwood.
22 seconds. And trying to strip the ball.
Bracker's taking a knee on the play.
And he's going to take a knee, and that'll be it.
Well, we would like
Ravenwood will take the win, 12-7, the final score. Mount Juliet will be back at it next week against Franklin County. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the win. By the way, Matt Prater was the 64-yard field goal kicker.
if somebody just types Matt Prater really fast, we will.
So far, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 wins.
Yes, thank you
For watching, commenting, giving us likes.
It's been a lovely broadcast, a pleasure from Jonas and I.
Thank you guys for watching. We won't be here next week. We'll be here at the next home game. Until then, make sure to watch WBNN Channel 9 News on YouTube.
Check out some of these previous videos that we have. Word
You're
of the day is
watch it at school.
Yeah. Word of the Day is a phenomenal program. I lead that, and the anchors are average at best. I think Jonas leads them. I think. I don't know. I don't pay attention to their silly.
Apparently, word of the day gets the word wrong sometimes, so just watch out for that.
Yeah, as you've seen.
Oh,
yes.
Susie wins. Oh, she
Yeah.
misspelled it, but that's okay. Close enough. She wins.
Yay.
Yeah. All right.
All right, guys. So Susie St. Clair is our real winner tonight. We would like to thank you for watching this
Thank you so
installment.
much for actually replying to
Yeah,
that.
thank you guys so much. We appreciate this, and it's been an honor. I'm Hayden Schmorse.
I'm Jonas Sage, and until next time, Bear Pride, Mount Juliet High. Words from Mel Brown himself. Good night.